keep it going. Okay, I mean, like, this isn't, it's a wee skills track near the BMX track. It's not difficult with road cleats, if you please, you know what I mean? But I could do it like one-handed and like film it with some beautiful music to augment the beautiful feeling, you know, that we feel, you know, but I don't want to do this because I don't have a helmet on. Don't set a bad example for all the kiddies. Where are the kiddies? They're playing the games today because it's a bit too wet for this shit, but I one step into heaven, first you go to hell and back. In reference to the, you know, you see all the, this is a good exercise. They've got one of these in Heath Hall. I didn't notice this. See the things that exist right under your nose that you don't even know? The wee skills track at the Heath Hall. It's got a wee skills, not as extreme as this, but I could do this reasonably well on a road bike. It's no easy on a road bike. I've done it to a reasonable standard. I would do it if I had a fucking GoPro, alright? So shove it up your ass. I would do it I could actually do it one-handed, but I don't need to prove myself to no one. But see, it's the top trumps. Endurance, yes. Skill, not quite there. But I'm good enough to do it. I'm good enough to do it to a certain level. You know what I mean? To do it, as I say, on a road bike is quite impressive. But I'm not going to do it. Doing these things is quite good for practicing for the Gralloch gravel race, right? I do most of my training road miles, right? This is good for the skill. Just dip into it. You know, you don't. This thing. If you get the skills up, see the bar chart of the top trumps. The skill is a bit not wanting. We've got a reasonable amount of skill, but you know, you get the. This is good for the skill level, obviously, because if you practice this is more extreme than the actual thing. So then you'll feel confident. It's like when I did some of the wee tracks on the Heath Hall to try and get my skill level up, because when you do the actual gravel race, yeah, you need the skill for the gravel, but it's not downhill mountain bike or any of that crazy shit. But this is good to up the. But I'm not going to, you know, I've been a one-man band for the past 8 years, right? So do you expect me to magically poof, woo, get a GoPro out of there and just like, I didn't have one, alright? I'm not going to do this no-handed. I'm not risking my neck with no helmet, alright? So, but I could, but I'm not going to, right? Okay, but anyway, today the journal continued, right? So I talked about we did 80 miles, didn't we, up to Glasgow, and a couple of days rest day. I was going to cycle back today, but look at the weather, it's shit, so we'll save it for tomorrow. Get up nice and early, 7:30. And I was looking at the ride, see if I don't do any stops, right, it shows you on the Strava moving time versus elapsed time. Moving time is the time that you're obviously on the bike recording the ride, right? Obviously elapsed time is, you know, you could take a lunch break and all that, right? So what we're aiming to do tomorrow is go straight up the road, maybe one quick stop and buy a wee bite to eat and then get moving, no more than 2 minutes and just get moving, you know what I mean? But so 4.5 hours. I'm not going to. It's the profile of the route. I think it's a bit faster going back to Dumfries than coming up to Glasgow, so it might be a bit. It might be 4 hours 20 on a good day. 4.5. So if we leave at 8 o'clock, 4.5, 8 o'clock, 9, 10, last 12:30. Start work at 12:30. It's better than nothing, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I want to buy one of these BMXs. And the BMXs you get at Halfords, they're quite cool, with a kind of iridescent, flashy paint job and all that. It's quite nice. Anyway, it's like being a child again, isn't it? Yeah. It's funny, right? I think. Can you feel it? Can you sense with the motivational music that we're doing this, and I can relax a lot more on the ride back, considering that I blew my wad or whatever they say. You know what I mean? With max, to quote Chris Boardman, getting everything out. That's what we do. Yeah, get it all out. Yeah, that's what the human fucking body's designed for. Yeah, Get it all out. You get what I mean? And then, so with that ridiculous effort, and it was a ridiculous effort, I think that really inspires one with the fitness. I think, let's just reflect quickly before I go and loosen off the muscle a little bit more. Let's reflect a bit more on how I fucked up in previous years, because for anyone that's been watching, I think some of you probably have watched some of the shit I've been talking about. Maybe you get a bit bored because Dave prattles on and on and on, right? But fair enough. But if you do dip into these, I think you'd understand that previous years when I was doing the cycling, I would get distracted and I would train the wrong way. I think I'm doing it the right way. I'm building up, it's peaking at the right time. It's a whole load of things, but it's peaking at the right time. So I put a humongous effort in coming up here the other day, and so the rest of the week just conditioning, to quote Ali, conditioning. Oh, it's just conditioning constantly, every day, now until this race in May. Every day we're training, so that's the way it is. Ken, I'm fucking doing it. And then a wee Kirkcudbright loop when the weather gets a wee bit better in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We'll get on a good day, do a nice Kirkcudbright loop and test, get the trek on the road. We need to get the trek on the road. That bike's shite. Get the trek on the road, wax the chain, no crock pot necessary, you know what I mean? Just get out and do it, and aim for a 20 mph plus average speed for the Kirkcudbright loop, and get the fitness there. And then we need to get the gravel bike on the road, and it's really quite fun. And I think one of the a big reason why I'm going to do better than I've done previously in some of these races is because we've unleashed the beast, you know what I mean? He's out the cage, can't I mean, like, and it's you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, plus the fact that when you get a bit older, you go, well, this might be one of my last chances to actually do something good. Even though I've done alright Raiders. I could talk for fucking 10 hours about one of these races, but I won't. But I really found my fucking balls. I found my fucking race face, race grace, whatever, you know, on that Raiders 3-day. By the time we got to the third stage, I was 500,000. I was really strong, and I'll cling to stuff like this. When you think of approaching the race, you go, I was talking about this before, right? I actually want to do it now. I didn't want to turn up unprepared. I want to turn up, over egg the pudding, over engineer the bridge, and you know what I mean. So this last stage of that Raiders, I was in a group of about 4 or 5 guys, and I was like at the back, they were taking their turns up front. I finally got myself to the front, and I was like, oh, how am I going to be able to push this pace? And I looked behind me, and I'd left them for dead. I pushed a huge pace that they couldn't keep up with it, and then there was a nice incline, and I went whoa, and went for it in the last incline. So it's all relative. If I keep that kind of level, they weren't top people, but they were good. They were respectable cyclists that I kicked the ass of, whose ass I kicked, right? So if you keep that in mind when we get to the actual thing, if I've got that same race mentality, I want to be doing that with the top guys of my age category, then we're in contention. You feel that anyway. 80 miles tomorrow back to Dumfries. So we've done 80 there the other day, and then we're doing another 80. So we're up to 200 miles for this week, which is good. Consistent mileage up to 200. So for next week we'll be up to about 250 because I'm doing 80. 280s is on, so we'll go up to about 250, and then from then on 250 plus mileage for the week, and then we're really quite. And then we're going to feel the urgency, the buzz. Then the butterflies are I can already feel the butterflies. The butterflies are going to be coming. No, literally, but maybe and literally, you know. But, you know what I mean, the butterflies come because you start feeling the nerves. You start feeling, oh, I actually genuinely think I can do something here. And but anyway, tech, we have to be focused on tech issues and fix all that shit. You got to, don't leave all that to the last minute, can't I mean? Like, you got to constantly consistent. You got to be, to quote Mike Tyson, consistency, discipline, passion, tenacity, all the other shit, Ken. I'm just so fucking artistic. I'm just so fucking intelligent. I'm so fucking switched on. I'm so fucking motivated. I'm so fucking inspired. I'm so fucking brilliant. I'm so fucking, you know what I mean? So I think it's got to over egg the pudding. Max focus for the next 6, 7, whatever it is, weeks. I've got to get the entry in, of course, but then we can get a shot. I mean, like, you have continued to be tuned in to the success mindset. Have a successful and beautiful day. Yeah. And greetings from the little mini skills track at the Glasgow BMX Centre, Glasgow. Yeah.